There's a drawer somewhere full of that shit.
You know, it's like this. It's like my, and he's right. Absolutely right. But this is how I rate a book. And I did it to a Lasmat. I got through like 12 pages of a book and I put it down. I haven't read it. I still haven't finished it. I was like, that's a pretty good book, man. He's like, what? And I'm like, I don't need to read anymore. It was good. It was good. I got through like 2 pages of Shane's Inglorious Rex and I was like, this is shit. Can't do it.
That's praise, folks.
That's if I can't even, because don't expect. I'm probably not going to finish your book, especially if there's a lot of words in it. I'm not going to finish it. Words are hard.
That's fair.
Yeah, they're hard, man.
You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in a game, I'm in another town, and nothing feels the same. Wish I could go back when we met that day. Oh, whoa, and throw a flag on the play.
German sits with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alice Matt's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alice Matt's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. And he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Alas, my fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see. It's about what fun could be. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann.
You're watching Indie Comic Outliers with Alizmat the Shadow Band.
You're watching Indie Comic Outliers with Alizmat the Shadow Band.
Bailaremos bajo la luna en la noche sin fin.
Moi je m'appelle Lolita, l'eau ou bien Lola, du pareil au même. Moi je m'appelle Lolita, quand je rêve l'eau, c'est Lola qui saigne. Quand bouche ma langue, j'ai là à fourrir aussi. Fou qu'un phénomène, je m'appelle Lolita, l'eau de philo, amours diluviennes. C'est pas ma faute, et quand je donne ma langue au chat, je vois les autres tout prêts à se jeter sur moi. C'est pas ma faute à moi. Si j'entends tout autour de moi, hello Lolita, moi Lolita. Moi je m'appelle Lolita, collégienne au bas, bleu de méthylène. Moi je m'appelle
Filipio. I see what you're typing in the chat. It reminds me of a joke. There was a dyslexic woman who was on her period, and one day she said, "I'm on the gar." Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Hope that sticks with you in your head, and I hope that totally pollutes your mind because you all deserve to get your mind polluted. But how are you tonight? How are you doing today? I'm too lazy to turn the light on the ceiling on, but fuck it, I don't care. I'll do it. I'm gonna turn the light on in the ceiling because y'all need to see my beauty. You gotta see my beauty, and you gotta see that I'm worth it. And by the way, you guys like my black collared shirt? The noticeably black collared shirt, the totally not pink shirt that I don't own, but it's absolutely 100% black shirt that I do own and collared because I'm a professional and professionals wear black shirts, especially with the glasses that match them. So yeah, I'm totally professional and I don't have pink shirts. And you can clearly see it's not a pink shirt that I clearly do not own and I never ever wear. So enjoy the black shirt. Unless you people in the chat are racist, which I know you are. You're all pack of racists. You saw the moment you saw this shirt, you said, "There's I know, because something about black gets you all triggered. Like, it's time to connect and engage. I know it. I know it. So don't think I don't know your triggers. I know all your triggers. All your triggers. Let me just say hi to all you spirit chuckers in the chat. I can't read every single chat because y'all was typing a lot, which is good. That means I have engagement because I know your triggers, all you with your little white pointy hats. Let's see. I see Hissy, of course, Hissy is heading the charge. My glasses on. He says, "This lady claims to talk to animals. Her chat. Okay. You're spamming the same thing from last week about some chick with a YouTube channel who talks to animals and has conversations." And I said, "Okay, fine. I'll start a YouTube channel and I'll talk to hamburgers. Okay, hamburgers. I'll do Burger King. I'll do the Wendy's. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the ham. I mean, good, but still not the biggest fan. I'll do Sonic. Someone said don't do Five Guys. Fine. You want to be racist? I'll give you that, but I still want to do the other ones. So that'll be my dream channel one day. I'll do conversations with burgers. That's the shit. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna create a channel called Conversations with Burgers, and that's it. There you go. Fiona Wolf, how you doing, Fiona? It's good seeing you in the chat. Far Side is fun. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some of the Far Side strips. It's not your website later on that guys want to show you. Uh, they compile the 10 most controversial strips of the Far Side, so we'll look into that. Timothy Olsen, the creator of the Melvins, in the chat being all racist and shit. His co-host, Zio Monkey, aka Plunge Comics, who's going to be streaming tonight. He's got Jason Bascom of Unhinged Entertainment as his guest. That'll be tonight. He'll either do it midstream as I'm on, or he'll go on after I stream. But he should actually go on after I stream. That way we can get our audience over there. So that should be a fun conversation. There's our plug for there. Color Forum coming in with the tables, throwing tables, and already just causing trouble like she always does. My good friend Massive Panda, how's it going? How you doing? Yes, I have the shirt and the glasses. Yes, I'm professional, Massive Panda. Professional for you because you are the importance of the chat. So it's good seeing you there. Colin Lamping in the chat. I see you there, Colin. By the way, Colin has, and I get paid tomorrow, so I'm gonna buy it. The collected volumes of Emerald Band. So I'm looking forward to getting that. That'll be fun to have finally. So shout out to Colin, even though he brings the swan violence for no reason. I mean, nothing but good to Colin. He brings violence, but I still give him love and agape. Not to the swans, to Colin. All the agape. He doesn't. But then again, no one really deserves agape. The point of agape is you don't earn it; you just get it, unearned. Because it's Christ in me, the hope of God. Anyway, some person, how you doing? Some person, drop in the link for Jason Bascom of Unhinged, our good friend Jason Bascom. So there's your link to Jason's YouTube channel if you want to sign up and sub to his channel. He'll be on Plunge Comics tonight, either during my stream or after my stream. You want to check him out there. Fascist Kirk is a big fan of Gary Larson, and he's been throwing a lot of Gary Larson stuff in the chat. He says, I grew up on Far Side. Gary Larson shaped my sense of humor from 4 years old till 18. One day at a time on the crapper with the Far Side calendar. It is my hope and dream that many of y'all can go into the crapper and read my books. So if you ever say to me, Lasman, I've had the biggest dump in the world, but reading your Road comic was great, I'd be like, you know what? That's the American dream. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I look forward to that. Who have I now? Oh yeah, Linkovich in the chat. I haven't seen him in a minute. So good seeing you here. Link in the chat. Let's see here. Who have I not called out? Who I said Kissy. I already said Kissy with his perplexing chats. Oh, we got Monamaki. Monamaki is in the chat. Well, he hasn't said anything harmful yet, so he's not Monamaki yet. Um, oh yeah, maybe shut up. I got this today at our local farmers market. A jar of fresh salsa. So she wants me to open it. There you go. Yeah, it tasted very good. So I hope she enjoys it. Let's see who have I not said hi to. I said Monamaki. I think that's about it. If I didn't say hi to you, I don't feel like going all up to the chat. So if I didn't say hi to you, I said hi to my love, Lady Shadow Band. She says hi to you guys in the chat. Oh, Blasian1. What's going on, Blasian? Good seeing you in the chat. I see you there. They're not, these are manly glasses. It's the color of African American. This is definitely masculine. Absolute masculinity, Blasian. You know better than that. You should know better than that. I do. Everybody, let's Cthulhu. How you seeing here? It's good seeing you here again. I haven't seen you in a minute around here. So it's good to have you back. I remember Everyone's Cthulhu was a regular in my Saturday evening Schnagelfeld streams when Iron Prime was there. So it's good seeing him there. And Lord Vinzinger, he's got the name change, Vinzinger, as Lord Vinzinger. Sub amigo, sorry I'm late. By the way, managed to get around committed on what I want to make. Awesome. Commit to what you're doing and make a good product. It's always good. I don't look Puerto Rican, Kissy. Stop saying that. Stop saying that, Kissy. Stop it. You should know better than that. I thought you did, but I guess you don't. That's fine though, because I've given it to Colin and I'll give it to you, Kissy. Agape. Okay? Agape. All the agape. So there. Making fun of my glasses. Listen, I'm prestigious, okay? I look like I can school you into 3 generations of wealth. So you better respect and honor me for reals. For reals. So enjoying my good cup of coffee. Um, so I've been doing a lot of drawing because I got my fans that like my stuff and I got my haters that don't like it. So for my haters, I'll be doing more drawing. But I started working on Pumpkin War Patch issue number 3. What I'm doing with issue 3 that I didn't do with the first 2 issues is I'm drawing from pencil to paper and I'm inking it on paper, and then I'm gonna scan it and then do the coloring on digital. So I find I enjoy drawing it more on paper than I do digitally. So this comic will probably be 100% hand drawn and colored digitally. But yeah, this is one of the pages in the book right now. So I'll be scanning that in and coloring it. So I'm working on issue 3 now, and I'm also doing some final work on the anniversary edition of Street Champion Road Warrior Drake. Uh, it's technically the 5th anniversary edition, but I'm adding some stuff on there, some supplemental material. So if you bought Street Champion Road Warrior Drake, I'm adding supplemental material to this edition. You're gonna want to get that. Promise it'll be worth your while. So, um, let's see. I'm not combative, Link. I'm not combative. I'm a man of peace. I am a man of peace. I bring agape. You've been agape'd. So enjoy your agape. Enjoy your agape. Enjoy it. Absolutely. Master Fantasy, I like what I'm seeing. She's looking good. Yeah, I would close up on it, but I can't because she's not wearing clothes in one of the panels. But there's a close up of her face. I can do that, but she's behind the bushes, and she's looking at a robot that is scoping the So the story opens with her in some like paradise, an undiscovered paradise that she visits for the first time. She gives herself a bath in the waterfall, but then this robot comes uh, out of nowhere and starts shooting at her. There's a story behind it, which when you read the book, it'll help bring out the lore of the future time that she's a part of, along with the shared universe with Road Warrior Drake. So yeah, so yeah. Yeah, drawing inking my hand would make it look better. Yes, I think so. I think it's just more natural. I find myself more natural. It just feels more natural when I draw by hand onto paper. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm doing the same thing with the Battle King Road Warrior Drake. Did I show you guys the I think I showed you the first full completed page of Battle King Road Warrior Drake. I'm looking forward to that. That and When I have fun drawing, I don't care what anybody says in terms of negativity. I love drawing, and I'm gonna just keep doing it. So don't think I don't enjoy making people mad. So that always is fun to me. Always fun. No, Kizzy, I didn't threaten to agape you. I'm just telling you that you're agape and appreciate it. You don't deserve the love, but it's given to you for free. Colorform says, just make sure you move the drawing around as much as possible, like you have a seizure, so we can't see what you're looking at. Oh, I'll keep it still, Colorform. I'll bring it back and I'll keep it still for you. But I got a super chat from um Zeal Monkey for New Zealand $2. Thank you for that. He says, Dubbock is the N word for ducks. Dubbock, Dubbock, Dubbock. Well, now I'm getting my channel struck. So thanks a lot, Zeal Monkey. Appreciate that. That was totally not coordinated and you know pre-planned by you. Uh, Jess Servier. Did I read that right? It's Jesse Vert 2590. Can you draw a Tiff from Kirby, please? I guess I don't know. Maybe I could. If you're asking for a commission, you gotta hire me for that. But you know, I don't mind doing that. Yes, some person agape. It's all about the agape. It's not African. You're such a people of color can't just talk multiple languages. Some person having one form of language with you people. Such a racist. And look, I got Iron Prime in the chat. He says something about yes, whatever that means. I don't know. Yes, whatever it was. I don't know. Einol, but that's not Einol. That's Prime. When you see Iron Prime investigation, that's Primathor. But yeah, this is okay. Let me show you. Let's go from things I was shaking it. There you go. Okay, there you go. It's just three of the panels right here. Okay, got the robot looking. You got Pumpkin Warpatch hiding from the robot, and then you got the robot scheming right there. So, now I just got to scan it in, color it, add the lettering, and then move on to the next page. And that will be given for free to those that backed issues 1 and 2. So you'll get issue 3 for free. Kirk's my internet is cutting out. I'm watching two devices with separate providers, and they cut out at the same time. Okay. So far, I mean, my frame rate looks pretty good. So, and I am on. Oh, you know what? Am I even on um? Thought it was on my What do you call it? I'll have to ask. Yeah, can you check to see if my Ethernet's connected to the router? Because I'm not showing that it's picking up the router signal. So I have the Ethernet tie connected. So, but it's still showing me on the Wi-Fi. So maybe I need to just make sure that I am hooked and connected. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. All right, I think I'm done entertaining the chat.
Why? Oh, you have the wrong. You took. Came over here. I thought you get 25 first. This one isn't plugged in.
Okay. So then can you hand that for me, babe?
Yeah, please,
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're getting the right Ethernet cord connected. So that should be taken care of. But yes, a lot of people have been asking me for the last few months to get on to Gary Larson. We want to see some Far Side stuff. We want to talk Far Side. And there's a lot of Far Side fans in the chat, and who has not at some point in life gone and read a Far Side comic strip? I've read my share of it, and totally appreciate the humor. I totally appreciate the zingers. I totally appreciate just in some cases the dark humor that Larson is known for, and some of his strips were actually very controversial. And later on, we'll look at a website that has some of his 10 of his most controversial strips and why they're considered controversial. So I figure we have a laugh with that, and just get you guys to chime in on your thoughts on the Far Side. So let me go ahead and open up. Yeah, I mean, I'm good.
It's connected.
It's gonna be yes, baby. Yes. All right. So let me go ahead and open up.
Foot massage now.
Yes, you made my love. Thank you. Okay, I interrupted a foot massage, so I'm gonna get shit for it. But here is one of these strips from the Far Side. Some of these that I'm showing are in color, and the coloring is very beautiful. He utilizes some very beautiful, rich gradients with the colors, and it really how can it just gives a lot of depth to the simple line drawings of these characters. And he makes fun of human and animals alike. And yeah, we're gonna look into some of these. Let's see. So here we go. Okay, here's a second one right here. Let me go ahead and enlarge it. Here's some firefighters trying to put out a fire with some people stuck in there with the fire burning, and one of the firefighters is like, "No, you're thinking of the water department." Ah, get it? You get it? Fire department. See, because they're shooting fire at the building. See, so yeah. Oh yeah. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha 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 in the chat. He says, "Hail chat. Hail to you." Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha. I said it right. So wait, some person actually wear a bow tie and a top hat. No reason, just think it'll work well for you. I don't get it. No, I don't think, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't, no, I disavow. I disavow. I don't get it. So I'm disavowing. Okay. I've disavowed, therefore you've been muted and communitad. So that's it. Here's another one. This is one of the pieces I found online that was being sold at an auction. So this is the original art here, autographed by Gary himself. But here's a guy staring at a chicken. I think this is a chicken. No, it's a bluebird. So bluebird of happiness, long absent from his life. Ned is visited by it is a chicken. Visited by the chicken of depression. So how many guys in the chat have had chickens of depression? Let's hear your stories. I want to hear you guys in the story in your chat. Your stories of your own personal chickens of depression. Matt Bendis, I like how he constructs the characters' heads and faces out of weird shapes, and it works so well. Yeah, his universe is very distorted. The shapes are very distorted. It's almost like you're looking at the world through a glass, right? You know how like you look through a drinking glass and it just distorts the images in front of you. That's kind of like how a Far Side comic looks. It has that same visceral look of images being distorted. Um, but Bluebird, yeah, it's funny. I look at the word Bluebird, and there's something like associated with bluebirds. Let me see if I can find it. I'll just give you guys a little um let's see. I think there was something called like Operation Bluebird or something. It was like an old Illuminati CIA experiment, I think it was. Let me see. Operation Bluebird. Let me find out. Okay, so it's actually Project. Well, no, there's Project Bluebird from the 1950s from the CIA, and it's a mind control program because the CIA are just like wonderful people. But yeah, they were studying hypnosis, holograph, drugs. That's probably where the LSD stuff came from. Was from the Project Bluebird. Yes, LSD. Because if you know the history of drugs and who the real drug the gangs and the drugs were, yeah, they were part of the three-letter agency. And I probably just got tapped, and you probably will never hear from me again for tonight's stream. But enjoy me while you can, because I've just been tapped. Anyway, um, okay, yeah, Raptor has hen. Colorful. I don't have a chicken, but I once had a cat named Chicken. How did you do? Wait, how does that make sense? Wait, you had a cat named Chicken. How does that make sense? That means that if you did the thing. That means if that cat ran away and you're looking for chicken, you literally could say, "Hey, that Chinese restaurant, there's a cat in there, and he became chicken." But that cat always was chicken, so he never became chicken because he always was chicken. Therefore, when someone ate the chicken, they really were eating chicken. It wasn't a cat; it was a cat named Chicken. Therefore, it's a real chicken. They ate chicken. You did the thing. That's disturbing. Like, how does one sleep at night knowing that you named the cat Chicken and it became fodder for a Chinese restaurant that people were eating it and they actually were eating chicken because you named the cat Chicken? So I can't say they were eating cat. They were eating chicken. They were eating actual chicken, and it just happened to be a cat named Chicken. I don't care. Cats taste good because if they would make cats in the Chinese restaurants, they taste good. I don't care. Of course, I don't really believe they cook cats. I like to believe they actually make chickens, but for the sake of the stream, I'm just having fun because I want the people in the chat to be uncomfortable because I gave you all agape and you rejected it. So now I'm gonna make you all uncomfortable. Deal with it. Kirk Fascist, I got the 3-book collection of all his Art A prized possession. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a collection of all his Far Side strips. They're actually fun to read. I'm preferable to like the Garfield strips and the Peanut strips, but one day I hope to own all the Far Side strips. No, you didn't bring me color form. I'm just wondering why you did that. Why did you defy logic, color form, and name your cat Chicken? Why'd you do that? Oh no, is that a Bronco Burr? It's a Bronco Burr. He says, "Damn, Eliza, why are you deep frying cats?" No, I don't do that, Kabur. That's in the Chinese restaurants, and they taste good. I don't care. I like my half fried chicken. When I go to a Chinese restaurant, my dishes are either half fried chicken with vegetable fried rice, or the chicken chow mein with vegetable fried rice. I'm basic like that, and I'm happy for it. You didn't name your cat Chicken? No, but you just said you did. Wait a minute. You said you once had a cat named Chicken. So did you adopt him with the name Chicken and you didn't change his name, or what? Because it clearly read like you had named the cat Chicken. See, KSS in the chat was like everything in life was perplexing for him, but for some reason this isn't perplexing. KSS, make yourself visible. Why is this not perplexing to you, KSS? Why aren't you perplexed by the fact that Colorform had a cat named Chicken? I want an answer for that right now. I want an essay for that. Uh, the chat just went crazy. Hold on, I have to try to catch up here. Vinziga says, I like how as Gary Larson drew the backgrounds. Then again, I'm more good at penciling than inking. Okay, that's fair. Collins, when did I reject your agape? When you brought the swans in and declared war with the swans when I did nothing of the sort to warrant that. That's where. Or something. Link says those Asians are masters of talking crappy cuts of meal, taking crappy cuts of meat, and saucing them up to delicious. Yes, that is true. That is very true. Jim Davis at Garfield says, Texas. Yeah, we did it. We actually did a Jim Davis stream last year on my Indie Comic Outliers. We did a stream on Jim Davis, um, who got in trouble just for doing a strip in which he says vote no one, and that got him in a lot of trouble. But that's like the most basic thing you could probably do in a comic is no, don't vote nobody because they're all part of the same unit party. But he didn't go that far, but he was good at keeping politics out of comics. Something that a lot of people can strive to do. Monomachus says, "Oh God, not the cat. I didn't name the cat Monomachus. I swear on Allah, I didn't name the cat Chicken. It just dropped on my table, and now I got some responsibility. No, that's not right. That's not right. I didn't name the cat fucking cat Chicken. That was all color form. You all should go to her and say, why'd you name the pussy Chicken? Why'd you do that? I didn't do that. I'm just speaking what I see in my chat. I'm like CNN. I speak, I watch the news, and I report it, except I actually report objectively. But anyway, Naz Panda says, Elasma, the screen blurs in and out. Is that Zipatone or Duotone or whatever it's called on the bed blanket? Just curious. Um, oh, that's well, let me zoom in a bit. There you go. Yeah, that's the dot matrix. You know, I mean, it's not a multi-tone. That's clearly dot matrix. So, but it's cool though. I like that look. I'm a big fan of like using like one color and making the black and white stand out outside of the color. So I didn't say you ate the cat color form. I simply asked why did you name the cat Chicken? And you're saying you didn't name the cat Chicken. So you adopted a cat named Chicken, but you didn't think to change its name to spare it any further embarrassment. And now that's my fault? No, I'm not gonna let that slide color form. I want an answer for that. You adopted a cat named Chicken and you didn't change its name. What's wrong with you? No, no, hold on. I'm taking this off for a second. What the hell's wrong with you? Why'd you bring a cat into your house named Chicken color form and not change its name and spare it further universal humiliation? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? That's so inhumane. I want an answer for that question. I need an answer. I can't sleep tonight without an answer to that question. I just need an answer to that question. Can you please tell me why cat named Chicken is normal? In what universe is that normal? In what not Gnostic multi-dimensional verse is that normal? I don't think it's normal. I want an answer, color form. Why did you name the cat? Why did you bring that cat home and not change his name from Chicken to something more respectable? I just need to know. I still have all the Garfield books I collected when I was a kid. Says text again. Oh, I got the what do you call it? The phone book collections of all the Garfield strips. Um, I love Garfield. Garfield's like Garfield's one of those books, characters, comics, whatever that I'll never get over reading. Absolutely, like that to me is one of the treasures of my collection. And I find myself not buying comics as much as I used to anymore. I think I have the comics that I want because the rest of it can just like whatever. I don't care. But I do want to grow some other of my collections, like the Peanuts collection. I want to grow my Dick Tracy collection. I tend to just go back in time. Dick Tracy.
Is that what you call it?
Okay. Anyway. Anyway. Um, I'm gonna go fast forward in the chat. See, look, Prime is saying the cat tastes like chicken, but at least not. See, you got Prime now entertaining that awful. Okay, Color says, learn to read. I said I didn't eat my cat named Chicken. You read it as I didn't name my cat. Wait, wait. Okay, you said you didn't eat my cat named Chicken. Okay? So you have a cat named Chicken. Why did you name your cat Chicken? You haven't. That's the main question. Why did you name your cat Chicken? Or did you adopt them with the name Chicken? Like, what's the answer that question? Stop moving the goalpost. You clearly had a cat named Chicken. Why? Why? Why did you name your cat Chicken? Oh, there we go. Now we got an answer. She says, I named her Chicken because she was small. Small? Anyway, small and scared. A little chicken afraid of her new house. It has nothing to do with food. Well, not until she went out the house. And you got the people with the I see cat named Chicken. I want the cat named Chicken. And then that's it. Universe explodes. Like, why do I not? Why is the universe just so upside down now? We don't have dogs and cats living together. We got chickens named Cat. I mean, cat named chickens. We must have chickens named Cat now. Why not? Let's make the universe. Let's make the insanity and the pagape complete. Man, I found a Dick Tracy comic at a flea market way back, and it was almost like discovering a treasure chest. I love Dick Tracy. I guess I want to collect the as much of the older stuff as I can because Dick Tracy comics are fun. Nice detective stories, free from like sensitivity. Let's put it like that. Cowabunga Joe says at least Elasmat reads better than Raptor. Um, somewhere there, I'll accept it. So sure, I'll take it. Some person says, if I had a duck, I'd name it a lot. You would. You absolutely would. Your kind does do that, but I'm rejecting it because I agape you. Some person, I agape you. And I've never had green eggs and ham, but I heard it's pretty good. I heard it tastes pretty good. So I'm not eating your cat named Chicken, Color. I'm asking, why did you name it Chicken? Why did you name that cat Chicken? And she's been dead for years. So rest in peace, beloved cat named Chicken. Why'd you do that? He went to the grave with chicken on his name. Why'd you do that? Anyway, I gotta get back to. I can't. My mind is all fried because of this. I gotta go back. This is nobody cares about how I feel about shit, and that's fucked up. But anyway, here's one of the covers for the Far Side collections, the Valley of the Far Side. And again, I stress how the colors on his strips are actually beautifully rendered. The gradients is pretty good. It really adds some prestige to his line art. The colors does. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, here's another strip right here. Let's analyze the strip. Here's a man with his two dogs. Looks like he's being chased by his two dogs around the table in the kitchen. And let's see what the caption says. Caption says, lupus slip. Okay, words are hard. Lupus lipapa. Lupus lipophobia. Okay. Lupus lipophobia. There we go. I got it. Lupus lipophobia. The fear of being pursued by timber wolves around a kitchen table while wearing socks on a newly waxed floor. Well, geez, there you go. There you go. That's something we fear as men quite often. Our socks on a newly waxed floor being chased by timber wolves. So that's the thing. I think the joke was just trying to read that word lupus lipophobia. See, I can read, guys. I know how to read. I know how to pronounce words. I'm good that way. Here's another Far Side strip. That looks like a cockroach on the window, humongous man-sized cockroach, but drawn in a way that's pretty funny because roaches are disgusting hell spawns. Anyway, the caption this is two ladies trying to keep this thing outside. The caption reads, "Calm down, Edna. Yes, it's some giant hideous insect, but it could be some giant hideous insect in need of help." It's a good point. That's actually a good social commentary on insects that come in and steal your spot and don't even think about asking. Well, I mean, why would that be a bad thing? I don't know. It's just a comic. I think it's funny, and if you guys don't think it's funny, well, it's okay because I reject what you guys have said because there's a lot of racism abounding in tonight's chat. You named the cat chicken. I can't believe this happened in my chat. I love that thing. Naming the cat chicken. Anyway, here's another Far Side comic. Looks like some islanders in a hut with TVs and lamps. Yes, and looks like a radio. So let's see. What is going on in this strip? Let's look at the caption. Anthropologists. Anthropologists. Oh, I see. They're hiding their technology because they want to seem like they're backwards. So- oh, that there is some commentary there, but it's funny. Yes, I accept it. I accept it, chat. I accept it. Do you accept it? That is a fat insect, to be honest, it's called. Yeah, it's pretty fat. Welcome to Cockroach and Friends, says Jesse Vare 2590. No, thank you. I disavow all cockroaches, so if I see one roach in my house, I'm nuking the fucking place. I'll tell you that right now. I've been roach free for years, and I tend to stay that way. I cannot stand roaches. I really ugh. One roach, and I'm nuking my freaking house. So anyway, next strip. That one broke some unneeded what is it? PTSD? Yeah, unneeded. Anyway, okay. So here's a scientist in the middle of the street, and there's a pack of dogs all chirping. Now, the caption reads, donning his new canine decoder, Professor Schwartzman becomes the first human being on Earth to hear what barking dogs are actually saying. And what are they saying? They're saying, hey, 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 hey. Bunch of hays in the yes, lots of hays. Link says, I've seen most of these. I have some Far Side books around here, Beyond the Far Side, etc. A lot of people have this. Yeah, there's a lot of people in my chat that are big Far Side fans, and they're gonna see some strips that they recognize and are familiar with, and will probably bring back some wonderful memories of where they were as a kid. Probably on the crapper, because that's where most of y'all read these. Ever notice it's always the ugly bugs trying to get into your house? It's never the beautiful ones like butterflies, says Carbon Joe. Have you ever seen a butterfly up close? They're nightmare fuel. Yeah, they got beautiful wings, but zoom in on a butterfly's face and it'll fucking give you nightmares. They're like aliens. I mean, granted, they're not as hideous as roaches are, but still, they are nightmare fuel. I one day I was bored, so I just said, you know what? I've never seen the face of a butterfly. So I went to Google and I typed in butterfly faces, and I was like, what the fuck? They actually look like the holy shit. No wonder people just look at the wings. What the? They're like fucking aliens. These things. People judge them kindly because they have beautiful wings, but otherwise they're just like weird aliens. Patrick's correct. Some of his jokes you're going to miss. I went back for 20 years and caught shit I missed. Oh yeah, absolutely. And he got flack for some of them, which means they were probably good. We'll look at some of those. Yes, it's roach free, Kissy. It's roach free. Absolutely. It'll stay that way. It'll stay that way. I'll see to it. I'm not afraid of butterflies, Colin. I'm just making a point. They look pretty. They look odd, and in some cases they're pretty frightening looking. When you zoom in on their faces, I mean. If you woke up one day and you saw a humongous man-sized butterfly face, y'all would jump out the window. I promise you. Y'all would put on panties just to jump out of your panties and jump out the window. I promise you that. As like a manly men. You guys are manly men. You guys read comic books for goodness sake. You're not manly men. You see a gigantic man-sized butterfly head, and you're jumping out that window, just like any other normal person would. I'm not making this up. I know it. I'm not wearing the same shirt from last stream color form. This is a beautiful black. I have many black shirts with button downs. Color form. Lying about my wardrobe. You wish, color form. You wish. Lots of gay opping in the chat tonight. A lot of gay opping. Here's another one of his strips with this one has some very deep coloring to emphasize the darkness of it. And even in like the added color to clearly give it like a very morbid look, it's still pretty funny. He still manages to convey his sense of humor. Colin says butterflies and moths are cute. Okay, so let me try to make this clear, Colin. Moths aren't as frightening looking when you zoom in on their faces as butterflies are. I'm sorry, but they are. And no, I would not be a ladybug color bug. I would not be an insect. No, actually, that's not true. If I chose to be an insect, I'd be a praying mantis. I'd rather be if I was going to be an insect, it'd be a praying mantis. That would be me. Maz Panda says it almost seems like there was no point in time in human history where people didn't pretend to be offended by harmless jokes, art, commentary, etc. Sad. Yes, we're now in one of the worst periods of art where uh, you got to check all the boxes, otherwise you're not putting the right stuff out there. Yeah, it's very true. New Monsters Inc. sequel leaked, says Jesse. Monsters Inc. Well, okay. Sure, why not? I'm not wearing the same gray shirt color form. I'm wearing the black button-down shirt. How dare you? Stop being so angry at me. I have a decent wardrobe. I'm very fly. I'm sharp. I'm very sharp. As sharp as these dinosaurs right here. These are very sharp dinosaurs who taking a nice walk and then are accosted by a porcupine. Or is that supposed to be a rodent? Oh, I see. They're laughing at him. So these dinosaurs are laughing at him, and the joke here is that rodent will outlive these dinosaurs. There's a commentary in here somewhere. Sometimes these things just don't need words. You can just pretty much put the punchline in yourself. Guys, in case you guys can't see clearly, let me zoom in here. So this is what they're laughing at this thing. And these dinosaurs being bullies and mocking him and laughing at him, but they don't realize that they're not long for this world. Because that thing you're laughing at will outlive them. That's science for you. Well, as far as like the evolutionists say. Am I as fly as a butterfly? No, I look human. I'm normal. I'm not nightmare fuel, Colin. I'm not nightmare fuel. That creature's a prehistoric mammal that will outlive these dinosaurs. What are the okay? Kaya says, what is the protocol for a chat? There's like an 8-year-old in the chat. Well, I mean, okay, so if there's a kid in the chat, um, I would simply say if there's a child in the chat and you know there's a child in the chat, just don't interact with them. Only because we don't. It's inappropriate, is all I would say. But am I gonna outright ban a kid? I mean, um, first of all, I don't even know if it's a kid. Number one, number two, uh, I'm not saying anything outlandish, but at the same time, I'm not responsible for that kid. So if that kid's parent is not overlooking their child and keeping the child, you know, away from the internet, then that ain't on me. But if you know there's a child in the chat, just don't don't engage with them. Let's just stick with the adults. That's where we are. We're adults here. Okay, play this. Okay, I do need I do need a disclaimer. Let me just how about this? Let me do it right now. Okay, so Ian says I should play the disclaimer and block the account. Okay, so if there's a confirmed kid, then yeah, I guess remove him. Then okay, if you confirm that it's a kid, remove him. I'll leave it up to you, mods in the chat. But let me do this. I'll do this just all for a disclaimer. So this is a mature audience only chat stream. So if you're under the age of 18, unless you have your parents' permission, we don't recommend you being here. We have adults in the chat. We do adult conversations. We have adult jokes, and this is not a place for children. Not that we're outright, being um, inappropriate, but this is not a kid's space, and we don't recommend children or anybody on the age of 18 really hanging out here with us. So if my mods are not comfortable with it, I'm gonna defer to the mods and let them handle it. So if they decide the kid should be blocked and not be allowed here, I be okay with that. I we there's a lot of irresponsibility in this space with people having minors interact with minors, entertaining stories about minors, and I'm not comfortable with that. I'm totally not. So I'm just like, you know what? Uh, that's that. So I didn't see who the kid was. So, but if it's a confirmed child, then block him. Then I'll leave it up to the chat. You guys take care of it, and I trust your judgment. Okay, so I trust your judgment. So there you go. Does a man child count as I? Well, no, because then I'd be streaming to nobody. Hey, let's be honest. If I put men children in this thing, I'd be streaming to an audience of zero. So, but yeah, if the mods are not comfortable and they feel like it should be blocked, then block them. Okay, I don't know who the account is, but okay. Oh, I see who it is. Okay, I see who it is. Okay, very good. Okay, so appreciate that. Um, breaking kayfabe for a second. My mods are pretty on top with this stuff, so um, I defer to them when something like that happens. So, so that's my disclaimer. So the stream is for adults over the age of 18. If you're under the age of 18, get your parents' permission. Otherwise, we're not responsible. We generally discourage adults talking to minors. I absolutely discourage it for a lot of reasons. I discourage it. So, um, don't come around here unless your parents are here with you, and, that's it. But we can't allow minors in our space, and we're gonna keep it that way. Um, so yeah. So that being said, I think the line has been drawn. I'm good with that. So I think it was the right thing to do, says Carol Colors, and I do. I agree. 100% agree. So, like I said, I defer to you and the mods. So you guys did a good job on that one. So salute to you guys in the chat. So, uh, yeah, I saw KS. You know what? You guys did the right thing. I'll leave it at that. You did the right thing, and I'm good with that. Next picture. Here's an Indian with a gun through his head. They're in their little teepee. The Indians with shorts. He's got a pair of shorts on. Okay. And what does the caption say? Hey, look at Red Bear. Wait, that not real. Okay. Yeah, he's there you go. He's got a joke hat on with the curve what do you call the little hair hooks that they put on to like keep the hair pulled back, but it's actually got pieces of a gun, so it looks like the gun is piercing through his head. Yeah, I explained the joke. I know I suck, but anyway. Yeah. So yes, lady shout out says don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. So there you go. Okay, next one. This one was pretty funny. I saw it was like, yeah, we gotta show this. So this is the Kent household from you know Superman Clark Kent's parents, and she's sewing the Superman suit, but she's writing the word stupid in front of the S. So what does the captain say? After many years of marital bliss, tension enters the Kent household. There you go. Oh wait, is that Clark and Lois? No, I don't know. Okay, so is that supposed to be Clark and Lois, or is that Ma and Pa Kent? I think it's Clark and Lois. Yeah, I think it's Clark and Lois because only the wife would have to like sew that in there because it wouldn't make sense for the mother to sew it in there. Power Bugger just says engines love alcohol. They certainly do. Alcohol is truth juice or a great peacemaker. So yeah, I reading guys in the chat. I agree, 100%. I don't think in this space like it would be a good idea. So, but yeah, let me continue on here. Oh, this one's absolutely this one. I thought about KSS when I saw this one. So Kissy, if you're in the chat, Kissy, I thought of you when I saw this one. So I'm beating you to the punch. This is a chef cooking the planet, right? He's cooking the earth in a pan. So he's seasoning the earth. What is he seasoning with? There you go. He's seasoning the earth with jerks. So I guess that's supposed to be God, I guess, as a chef. But yeah, he's seasoning the world with jerks. So there you go. That one made me smile real hard. I was like, yeah, this is gonna have to be going on here, and I'm gonna have to unfortunately acknowledge Kissivus because a lot of the ones for your FY, your camera's on the cycle of blurring out and then fading back in. Hmm. Yeah. I'm not a poor color form. I'm not a poor, but I don't know. I'm looking at the replay. Like, I mean, it seems okay on my end. I don't know. Like I'm looking at the stream from the YouTube studio, and I don't know. I don't really see any issues with it. So I don't know. Okay. Oh, you know, never mind. I think I see it. Let me see. Oh no, I don't see it. No, I don't. So they're saying in my chat that uh there's like it blurs out and then it just fades back in. So KSS says I'm a jerk. Elijah got called. He said the jerk store ran out of you. You know, KSS, why can't you let Gary Larson's joke stand? You gotta go and add on your spin, right? You gotta go and add on your spin. You can't let Gary Larson be the guy. You can't let Gary Larson have, right? He can't have the punchline. He can't have his moment. No, we have the KSS coming here and stealing it and putting his spin on it because God forbid Gary Larson gets the spotlight in the sun. God forbid for one day Gary Larson gets to shine and be the guy that we look to and admire and honor. No, KSS can't have that. So he has to come in here and add his spin on it because KSS wants to be the guy in the stream. Well, no, KSS, it's not going to happen. You're not Gary Larson. You never will be Gary Larson. Okay, this strip right here. Oh, let me take my camera off here. This strip right here. This one got him in trouble at first with the Jane Goodall Institute. It's a monkey picking on the back of the other monkey, the chimps, of course. They're chimpanzees because um, Goodall did a lot of work with the chimps. And what does the caption say? The caption says, well, another blonde hair. Conducting a little more research with that Jane Goodall tramp. Yeah, that got him in a lot of trouble with the Jane Goodall Institute, but Jane Goodall herself found the comic pretty funny. And it was said that her and Gary Larson became friends and stayed friends for a long time. So as I say, she at least found the humor in this. So credit to Jane Goodall. Actually, I read Jane Goodall stuff when I was in college, and believe it or not, I was actually pretty fascinated by her research. I think I still have one of her books here. I'm not sure. I don't. Wait, do I still have one of her books here? I had it in my library for a long time. I don't know if I still have it, but I did find her research on the chimps pretty entertaining and fascinating. And um, chimps are pretty dangerous creatures, but they're very tribal, but they are very intelligent, and they do stick to family. They get the concept. No, Kissy, I was not wearing the same undershirt on Monday. Why do you people insist that I wear the same shirts? Why do you people do that? Undermining my stream and my content and my material. I show him agape love every day, Colin. You don't see the emails he sends me. Kaz sends me some of the most damaging and hurtful emails, and I still give him agape love every day of my freaking life. But I don't get credit for that. Oh, it's Gifford. Gifford with his hit and run slander. The D word can relate to chimps. Same IQ. That's pretty racist of you, Gifford. You're such a racist. How pointy is that white hood of yours? Pointy is it? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So anyway, anyway, um, let me show you guys this website. Let me go pop it up. It's from Screen Rant, so that's that. But still, it's pretty. I thought it'd be pretty fun to show. So it's the 10 most controversial Far Side comics ever. You guys tell me if you agree with these or if any of these look familiar to you. I am disputing Gifford. I already submitted an official formal dispute against your slander. It's been done, Gifford. The dispute's been submitted. So you can't tell me it has been. It absolutely has been done. Vamoose. Let me just enlarge this because I can do that. So I like when I can control BS. Anyway, so let's scroll down here. The 10 most controversial Far Side comics. I don't care about the rest of the uh, setup, whatever. Okay, number 10, cow tools. So it's a cow with a looks like a chicken leg and a piece of branch and a saw. Cow tools. Now, why is this controversial? Let's see. This one made more people confused than angry. Oh, it's KSS, perplexity. Cow tools is one of the most infamous comic strips ever printed. The joke is pretty surreal. Larson explains in the history of the Far Side that he simply found the idea of what tools cows would make intriguing, especially given his interest in nature and the idea of tool used defining the upper tier of animal intelligence. The silly cartoon, which arguably predicted the future of some the future tone of meme culture, look at that, created mass confusion with newspapers even running stories on how nonplussed Americans was with the comic. Larson and many other papers who carried this comic were deluged with letters asking for an explanation. While these messages were bemused rather than angry, it was an embarrassing response for Larson. Is it really true though? Is that really embarrassing? Did he really? I mean, honestly, this is like maybe it's a sentiment of the times, but I look at this. I'm like this. I mean, it's pretty funny. It's not. I didn't think anything of this, so that's weird. Hmm. KSS asks, I have 14 updates for my 6-year-old phone, but not enough room for one. What do I do? Um, delete everything on your phone. That's what I would do. Delete everything. Stop saying perplexing, Kizzy, because you can't write that because your phone is out of space. You can't use perplexing. You gotta use a different word. Anyway, let's go to number 9. Elephant's foot. This is an elephant with a amputated leg and a phone booth and a walking stick. Caption reads, "What? They turned it into a wastebasket." Oh, so I'm guessing he was asking about his leg and he got the bad news. Now, why was this controversial? Let's see. Yeah, because it says he's formal baffled with complaints about the above strip. Yeah, this is baffling. In which an elephant is outraged to learn that their foot had been turned into a piece of furniture, a not uncommon practice of trophy hunters that the Far Side references in multiple comics. Yeah, trophy hunters are pretty big matter of contention. Larson notes that far from making light of this kind of trophy, he finds an appalling that the ban for ivory has caused these magnificent animals to be continuously poached, and that he was mocking trophy hunting as inherently contemptuous of nature, a point that seems to have been missed by the newspaper. I mean that's a good way of bringing up a controversial subject by laughing at it. I mean, yeah, that's I think it's pretty good. So I haven't seen Congo the movie. I know you guys are talking about it because I brought up Jane Goodall and the Chimps from that strip, but I have not seen Congo. I've heard mixed things about it. I know Michael Crichton's a pretty good author. I had to reread Jurassic Park because I read that book twice. I want to read it again because I enjoyed it, and the movie obviously toned down a lot of the stuff in that book, but I do want to read it again. So okay. So apparently people got upset because they thought that it was making light of the trophy hunting, but it wasn't. It was just mocking the fact that it's a thing and it exists for contemptuous reasons. Anyway, number 8, witch. So it's a married couple in the presence of a witch, and their caption reads, "Now let me get this straight. We hired you to babysit the kids, and instead you cooked and ate them both." Okay, there you go. That is pretty funny. So I guess I can imagine why this would be controversial, or why it would have upset some people. Okay, so Larson notes that while he received complaints from some parents, the comic is still one of my personal favorites. Larson cites the double surrealism of being irritated that the witch ate both children, as if to suggest that one would have been pretty bad, but both is really unacceptable. So yeah, so it's not that she ate the one; it's that she ate both of them. So it's bad enough she just didn't want to eat the one; she ate both of them. Yeah, that is pretty fun. That's very dark, and I like it. That's good. Anyway, number 7. Yeah, we talked about the Jane Goodall one, and I mentioned that Goodall herself liked the strip, and she thought it was funny, and her and Larson became friends. So there's that. Number 6, dog versus car. Dog on top of actually the dog in that doghouse dreaming about him being on top of a overturned car. The caption reads, "When car chasers dream." Hmm. Anyway, so what was controversial about this one? Let's see. I can imagine without reading this, I can imagine what the controversy of this one is. I can imagine what it is. Let's see what they say. 'Cause I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, there's something about the way it's drawn that's kind of like so let's see what it says. This came from a total misunderstanding. Larson envisioned the dog standing over the body of its kill and letting out a triumphant howl. But the unfortunate placing of the transmission case gave some readers the impression that the dog and the car were romantically entangled. Yeah, so this looked like the dog was fucking the car. That's what got readers upset. Is that this dog? It looked like the dog was fucking the car. So Larson probably didn't. He probably just drew this and rushed it out, not realizing that maybe it's not a good idea. I should make it draw it in a way where it's not looking obvious like what it's supposed to look like. So okay. So yeah, that's the controversy, which I can understand, but still. Number 5, bobbing for poodles. So yeah, I'm sure that a lot of dog lovers didn't like this one. A bunch of alligators circling a bowl of water trying to bob for poodles. So while animals doing funny things is a staple of newspaper comics, the Far Side is particularly aware of the darker side of the animal world, and many controversial comics deal with animals suffering in some manner. With this strip, angry readers claimed you have offended millions of pet owners with this garbage. Oof. So Larson notes, yeah, I think that's what that got them upset. Larson notes that the original caption would have likely caused even more trouble, since the image was originally titled "Bobbing for Babies." Oh shit, yeah, that would have gotten real. That would have got some real angry parents. Damn. So he went from bobbing for babies to bobbing for poodles, and he still got in trouble. Uh, Blasey one says the misinterpretation is funnier. You know what? In a way, yeah. Actually, you're not wrong because it is, but that one makes it even darker because if the idea is that the dog killed the car and is doing the thing on top of the car, it's like, oh, that's a whole darker territory. you would have to explain away. Holy shit. Yeah. Uh, when you start pretending your pets have conversations, can we do a video where Jeff the Fish as Elasma is doing YouTube all wrong? I look, KSS, you just saw Cal Colors confess she had a cat named Chicken. The world is fucked up. I'm sorry. I can't do YouTube like that. And when I have people in my chat with their cats named Chicken, I'm totally fucked up in the head right now. I really am. So sue me or get your lawyer on me, and then we'll go to court, and I'll win because I'm colored. So there you go. Anyway, let's go to number 4. Faster, Fifi. So let's see. So we have a lady in the house, and she's got her trapdoor. Oh, okay. She's got the trapdoor barricaded, and she wants her dog Fifi to run to the trap door. I guess with the intent of it running head first, and well, you know what'll happen. Caption reads, "Here, Fifi. Come on, man. Faster, Fifi." Now, why did this get people upset? Let's see. A truly controversial comic in the Far Side's run, Larson notes this was the first strip to get a notable negative reaction. Larson describes the violence depicted as a Tom and Jerry style gag drawing on general antipathy to little rat sized dogs named Fifi and the people who own them. However, all many readers saw was animal cruelty played for laughs. One reader summed up this response, writing, "Gary Larson's cartoon made me furious. It was cruel, stupid, and ridiculous, not to mention hideous, idiotic, and sick. In fact, all of Larson's cartoons make me furious." Okay, well, well, there you go. Poor little dog there. Um, Carol Color says, my cat named Chicken was a good cat. Well, then why'd you punish it with that stupid name? Chicken. Poor cat. You should have named him Glory or Champ. Something better than Chicken. Poor beast. Didn't deserve that. We give our animals in this stream honor, and you gave him a name Chicken. Yes, Giver, she had her cat named Chicken. Yes, she did. And then you want to okay? So you claim to have a cat named Turkey, Gifford. My sister's cat is named Chicken, which is his sister. Not making that. Oh gosh, you guys should be sick. All you with your weird cat names, you all make me sick. All yous. I'm moving on. Number 3, torturer of the month. So we have a sign hung up. We got 2 prisoners hung up with a sign saying, "Congratulations, Bob, torturer of the month." Okay, okay, yeah, that's we should make fun of torture. We should, yeah, we should. Anyway, it's rare that a newspaper commenter can face the ire of human rights organization Amnesty International. I'm all for that. Let's get Amnesty International very mad. Shit, I may have to start going in a different direction with my Road Warrior Drake Son of Skullkill strips. I gotta look up these groups, like these animal rights groups, these Amnesty International, and these human rights groups, and start making some strips based on that. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start doing that. Anyway, several Larson strips featuring torture have invited criticism from the group. Amnesty notes that torture remains a modern day problem around the world, and media that either downplays its severity or makes it seem like an artifact of the past serves to obscure this fact. Some that's especially egregious to an institution that constantly tries to raise awareness. In the prehistory of the far side, Larson notes that he considers his torture strips mostly harmless, but that Amnesty International has at least raised my consciousness to this problem. This is his way of saying, um, your complaints have been heard. Thank you. Here's my strip. Number 2, surgeon. So surgeon's on an operating table, and there's a dog wanting a treat. Oh man. Oh man. Oh god. We can only imagine what he was giving to that dog. This Far Side strip, which shows a surgeon throwing scraps to a dog in the operating theater, has the humor of being so controversial. Larson's editors never let it see print. In the prehistory of the Far Side, Larson writes, my editor returned this to me before the ink had dried. If it had been published, I'm sure I would have been up a certain creek without a paddle. Larson used the book to credit his editors with likely saving his career several times by nixing comics that would have enraged readers who he was only trying to entertain. Amusingly, however, Larson also confirms that even the mildest scatological humor was impossible to get published in its early days of the strip, to the extent that he couldn't even depict an outhouse or dung beetles. So yeah. So no, I don't have a cat. Well, actually, no. My girlfriend has a cat. She has 2 cats. Damn it. Anyway, no, they're not named Chicken. I don't name my cats chickens. I don't. Anyway, um, if the cat was a female, Cal would have named him Rooster. Stop talking about the damn cat. Cat suffered enough with the names chicken and turkeys. With all you cats named chickens and turkeys and roosters and whatever. You guys are cruel. Cruel people. Anyway, number 1. Okay, the number 1 most controversial, according to Screen Man, by the way, controversial Far Side strip, Tether Cat. This is a cat on a pole. And oh, okay, yeah, there you go. This is like an old Tom and Jerry cartoon, almost. You got the dogs toying around with the cat. Tether Cat, yeah. Larson knows that the dog cat hate that underpins Tether Cat has been fodder for cartoon humor for decades. Yeah, I mentioned Tom and Jerry, yeah. But that didn't stop cat lovers expressing their rage over the strip when it was first published. In early controversy, Larson said that at the time, he believed the fear over Tether Cat was going to end his career. Readers wrote their local papers, threatening to cancel their subscriptions and accused Larson of encouraging cruelty to animals, specifically suggesting children would be liable to copy the behavior shown in the comic. One reader wrote, you should be fined at least $1,000 for each such cruel cartoon. While another railed, this is sick, sick humor. Larson muses why the comic caused so much rage, and it comes up with the theory that, unlike in a cartoon or even a longer comic strip, the violence is never resolved, giving it a uniquely distressing quality. That's a good point. That's a good point because with one panel comics, the story doesn't really end. Has an ongoing feeling that makes it seem like it's going on for eternity. So that makes sense. Yeah, the mind when it looks at a strip like this, it doesn't stop the action. It just keeps going and going. So that poor cat in your mind is being tortured endlessly without stop for all eternity. So readers saw that and they're like, "Oh, those dogs didn't get their comeuppance." So that poor cat is probably being tortured and endlessly for the rest of its life. So yeah. So yeah, that's a good point with that one. So yeah, was Gary Larson a drug fan? Asked KSS. Who knows? Who knows? He might have been on something. I don't know. So anyway, KSS says, "See, I wouldn't feel comfortable asking that with Jesse around." Okay, so um, anyway, let's see. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. One note. I do. Okay. Thank you for taking care of that, KSS. Just no doxing. So please, no doxing the chat. Let's keep it civil. All right. I don't want to. I don't want to be a party to that. I'll leave it at that. But anyway, but yeah, I can see why the cat strip would definitely upset. I'm sure it upset a lot of cat moms. A lot of cat moms got upset. Yeah. So yeah. That cat in the drawing has the same tail as mine does. You know what's funny is that rope. I thought it was a tail, but it's rope, and it's hung around the cat's neck. So I'm sure like that added detail really pissed off a lot of the cat moms. So yeah, so that there's that at least. Um. So, but yeah, that is the 10 according to Screen Rant anyway. 10 most controversial um Far Side strips. And after this, I'm gonna do some research and start doing similar strips with my Road Warrior Drake stuff. I've been doing these Son of Skull kills. I haven't done them in a minute, but I want to get back to doing it. And really, I want to really study Larson because I do like the one panel structure. Even though a lot of my Road Warriors Drake Son of Skull kill strips were like 3 panels, sometimes 4. But I want to be able to lock down the one panel method because that really there's genius behind that, and I want to try to lock that down. Because they're fun. It's funny. It's quicker to do, and you could do a punchline. So yeah. Um. So yeah. So anyway, um, I think I said pretty much as I can for this. What time is this? 9:37, isn't it? Or should I can't even see that now. Yeah, it's 9:37. That means I've been streaming for like an hour and 20 minutes. So I think I'm. Huh. uh, no, I am smart, Gifford. I am smart. 100% smart. I'm absolutely smart. So yeah. Excuse me. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it here. I can't think of anything else to add. But this was a good stream. I think we went through quite a bit and we had a lot of fun and learned a few things. Excuse me, learned a few things. So I am a streamer, Kissy. I am a streamer. I'm sorry, Gifford. I am a streamer. Wait, you talking to Kiss? Or you talking to me? Who you talking to, Gifford? Me or Kissy? You tag Kissy, so I guess you're talking to him. But I have not seen him stream, so I don't know. He's probably blowing smoke up your ass. No, it's not over yet, color form. I haven't ended the stream yet. I have more to say. Um, so Monday, either Monday or Tuesday, because I just found out that Monday is Memorial Day. It's Memorial Day Monday, so that means my son will be off school that day. So most likely he'll be with me this weekend. Most likely I'll have to take him back home on Monday. And it's usually a long drive, so that means I may not be back in time Monday evening to do a stream. So I'll probably do a Tuesday stream. So I'll be moving my Monday night streams to Tuesday for this coming week, just because it's Memorial Day weekend, and I won't be home on time. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I will be home. Depends on what time I take my son back home. But usually I don't get back to like 9 or 10 at night. So I don't know how many of y'all will be up at 10 o'clock at night to do a stream, and I just may be too tired to stream. So we'll see. But most likely I'll just do a Tuesday stream, and I'm looking at 3 movies right now. I'm looking at Angry Red Planet, Kaltiki the Immortal Monster, and what's the third one? The third one was the Monolith Monsters. So I'm looking at those 3, and I'm gonna pick one of those. I'm leaning towards Kaltiki because that one was very fascinating. So I'm gonna do a lot of the 50s science fiction uh, monster movies, and we'll have a conversation starting with that one. So most likely I'll start with Kaltiki. So I'll watch that, and we'll do either a Monday or Tuesday Monday Monster Moratorium stream because of it. Blasey was a good stream. I appreciate you, Blasey. Thank you for that. Thank you for that super chat. That's good. That'll help me with a cup of coffee. So I definitely appreciate the love there. Uh, don't torture us on Memorial Day. Well, now I will. Now I will. Well, stay tuned. I'll give the announcement then on Monday. So do a Wednesday stream, says KSS. A Wednesday stream. So you guys want me to stream Wednesday? The Monday Monster Moratorium for this Wednesday for this week coming up. I usually don't do Wednesdays, but I mean, I guess I could do a Wednesday stream. Oh, because most likely Raptor streams on Wednesday, so you guys want that lead in. All right, that's possible. I mean, I could do that. We'll see. We'll see. I will keep my options open. You know, like it could be I just bring my son back home really early on Monday, and I get back in time and I'm able to do a Monday stream. But we'll see. Most likely, I'm leaning towards not being able to, based on the patterns on Mondays where school's out. So yeah, but yeah, I think I've said everything I needed to say. So, uh, had fun. We learned a few things, and I think this is a pretty good stream. This is probably one of my better one of my better indie comic outlier streams. I felt like we actually stayed on topic and we actually uh, covered a lot of things and learned a lot of things. Gonna do any of those You gonna do any of those Japanese sci-fi's as one person? I am actually. In addition to like the 50s sci-fi monster stuff, I'm actually gonna be compiling some of the non-Godzilla stuff. Like I want to do a movie called Dogora, which is a very interesting monster flick. Um, maybe I'll do Mothra. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do Mothra. But there's another one that I wanted to do as well. I think I already did Matango, the Mushroom People. I did that already. Oh yeah, I'll do either Gap with the Trifibian Monster or the X from Outer Space, also known as Guidala. Guidala. It's a funny name, funny looking monster. People happy be fun to draw. So yeah, there's options, and they're mostly within the 50s and 60s decade era. And I've been told by people to kind of like focus on that, and I find that yeah, it's more fun to talk about those movies because there's more charm. Uh, Not that there was a commentary, but they're just fun to talk about. And as we get move closer and closer away from that era, less conversations are being had about those. And I'm at a point where I watch modern movies and my head just starts like I get I get dizzy, or I get like vertigo because like these the movie, not that there's any good movies out right now, but I look at like the Netflix schedule and I'm like, there's no fun. Like you put on a movie on Netflix or a TV show, and you're hoping it's fun, and it's not really fun. It's just dreary and it's very deconstructive, and um, you know, once in a while you'll get a movie like I recently watched Zombieland. I had fun watching Zombieland. The Crazies was a pretty good solid movie. But then you get movies that you just like, oh, um, so yes, Colin, I saw you posting those swans. That's because I said I was buying your book. That's why. So you're waiting for me to buy your book. So once I buy your book, then you put the swans after me, and I can't do anything about it. I see your game, Colin. I see your game. I know what you're doing. Colorful says, my cat named Chicken probably would have liked this one. I didn't, but she might have. That's because I advocate for chicken. I am chicken's advocate, Colorform. Okay, what you did to chicken was not right. I am chicken's advocate. Chicken, if you're listening after stream right now, I applaud you, chicken. You have my undying support. I will advocate for you, chicken. And any cat in the world named Chicken, I advocate for you all. Should never be named Chicken. Colin asks, what are we doing after this? Well, Lunchcast is streaming right now. I think he's streaming. Let me see. And he's got our good friend Jason Bascombe of Unhinged Entertainment in the. So let me put the link in the chat.
Give me sludge. Give me.
Let's see. He started streaming 40 minutes ago, and and they need he needs some viewers. So let me put the link in the chat. We can all hang out there, and we'll call it an Elasmat raid. Just so I mean, I can go on my YouTube studio and actually redirect it, but I'm not doing that right now. So there's a link in the chat. Bookmark it. Open a new tab. Once the stream ends here, which I'm going to end right now, then head over there and call it the Elasmat raid. So, and we'll hang out in the chat, and we'll make a mess in the chat. So we'll do that. Wait, some person says, I have another idea. A book called A Peanut Named Elias. You know, I should ban you for that. And just for that, I'm leaving, guys. Good night. He just totally offended me. That was not right. I didn't ask for that. That was totally just pure racism. Absolute racism. I'm tired of the racism. Racism's terrible. You guys just want me out of your life. Want me out of this space. I didn't ask for that.